Friends, in this video we will talk about the different MCQs of the agronomy, and that MCQs will be very useful to you for the preparing the JRF, NET, ARS as well as the FO exam. So here are some of the MCQs are given. We will discuss one by one. The first MCQ is saying that which one of the following plant geometry is recommended to optimize system productivity in intercropping system in semi-arid and sub-humid ecosystem. Our system is the semi-arid and sub-humid ecosystem. So here is the asking how you can optimize the system productivity in intercropping system. So what are the measures you will take to optimize the system productivity in intercropping system? So here the options are given like this. The first is saying that normal planting of intercrop between the two rows of normal planted main crop, and the second is the skip row planting. C is the 3 row of main crops and 2 row of intercrop. So I think you are knowing that main crop and intercrop. Main crop means suppose your sole crop, the proportion of that crops would be the more as compared to the intercrop. If suppose I am giving you the example, if you are taking the mustard in between the wheat planting, so this is your mustard is the intercrop and wheat is the main crop. Okay, and the D option is the 4 row of main crops and 1 row of intercrop. So which one of the answer is the right? Here the right answer is the skip row planting. Why this is important, we can understand here. So here is the pictorial view. You can see the skip row planting. Here we have skipped some row unplanted. So how this unplanted row will benefit this main crop? Here actually the skip row planting involves the leaving some row unplanted. If you are leaving some places unplanted, and if you are following this configuration, so this configuration is called skip row planting. And sometimes you can skip alternate rows. You may skip one planted rows and one you may skip. Even you may alternate for a row pair of rows. You may plant 2 and you may skip 2 rows, or planting 2 rows and skipping 1 row. So whichever the geometry you want, but you must skip some rows. And the area which you skipped, how it will help you. This skip row planting is a means of saving water for the reproductive stage of growth, because the root do not reaches the soil water under the unplanted row until well into the July. So actually it's what is happening many a time. What happen if you have optimized the plant population in the area in semi-arid, or sometime we can say the humid area. So what will happen? Many times it has been found that when the plant reaches at reproductive stages, so at this stage normal planted field will show the shortage of the moisture at the reproductive stage. So when we will not plant in some area, so that moisture will be conserved, and that moisture will be useful for the reproductive growth stage of the crop. That's why we always advise you to go for the skip row planting if you want to optimize the system productivity in semi-arid and subhumid ecosystem. So second question we will discuss about the humic acid is a fraction of humus, which is. So the purpose of asking this question is that in which this humic acid is, what is the property? So here are the given 4 options, but our right answer is this is B. This is soluble in alkali and insoluble in acid. So this is the property of humic acid. And as for your information, I want to tell you that the humus, this is having 3 fraction: fulvic, humic and humin. So this is the 3 state of the organic material are found in the soil, and that actually constitute the humus. And if you see the humus is also used to describe the mature or natural compost extracted from the woodland or other spontaneous source of for use as a soil conditioner. Humus, actually this is the humus, and this is actually used for the soil conditioner. And in as a soil, in the soil terms, you can see humus is a dark organic matter that forms in the soil when dead plant and animals are added, and it include aerobic compost also, and break down further, especially through the action of anaerobic organism over for a long period at the time. It will go for the anaerobic decomposition. And humus has many nutrients that improve the soil health, uh, nitrogen being the most important. You know, the ratio of carbon and nitrogen for a good humus is 10 is to 1, means 10 part of the carbon and 1 part of the nitrogen. When you see the CN ratio, carbon nitrogen ratio of the humus, you will find that this is the ratio 10 carbon and 1 nitrogen part. And this is very important. You can say that if the soil is having good humus content, so that soil is very desirable for the soil fertility points of the view. The third objective is saying that the process of replacement of one atom by another atom of similar size, you know, the similar size, in crystal lattice of soil clay without disrupting or changing crystal structure of the minerals is termed as. Suppose the similar size of the atom replacing the similar size in a clay lattice without disturbing the structure and disrupting the structure. The process is called isomorphic substitution, means similar size of the atom is replacing the similar size without changing the or disrupting the structure of the clay lattice. So this is actually called the isomorphic substitution. The fourth question is saying that which one of the following sequence is being used in combination of seed treatment. So which one is the combinations are used? And the right answer here is the given fungicide. You must use treat first, then insecticide, then rhizobium. So this is the desirable and right sequence, which for that you may go. And for the short form, you must know the FIR. You must remember that if someone is asking that what is the sequence of the treating the fungicide, insecticide, and rhizobium culture if you are having the leguminous seed, so you should remember the FIR. FI means fungicide first, then insecticide, then rhizobium. After the last it will be your rhizobium. Here the fifth MCQ is asking which one of the following is the characteristics of strip rust of wheat. Strip rust of the wheat का कौन सा एक characteristics है. So here the options are given, like first the brown elongated ruptured pustules on stem and leaf sheath. This is wrong. The right answer is yellow small spherical to oval ruptured ureopustules in row of leaves. Yeah, always remember strip rust always found in the row of leaf. Yellow small spherical to oval ruptured ureopustules you will found on the in the row pattern on the leaf. So this is actually called the strip rust of wheat, and it is also sometimes called as a yellow rust of wheat. And the different kind of rust are found in the wheat. So here you can see this is the symptom of strip rust. All are found in a very well arranged manner in a row pattern, and this is a zigzag. You can see scattered in the scattered form. This is actually called brown rust, and on the stem portion you may see that some black powder is like a structure. This is actually called stem rust. And you know the wheat leaf rust Puccinia, the organism causal organism's name is the Puccinia triticina, and is a fungal disease that affect the wheat, barley, and rye stem, leaves, and grain portion. So this is the host, you can say, on that it will affect. Stem rust, also known as cereal rust, black rust, and red rust or red dust. So what I told you about this is the stem rust. Blackish powder, you will find that at later stage it will convert to blackish powder on the stem. Okay, so it is also called a cereal rust. And strip rust, what we have talked earlier, it is also called yellow rust, and the ureopustules that will be arranged in a row pattern over this. So this is all about the different kind of the rust are found in the wheat we discussed here, and these are the different characters of this is different kind of the rust what I shown you. Hope you understand. and you can visualize. Whenever you will be asked, you may answer it. So 6 MCQs we can discuss here. Consider the following pair of the crops and varieties and select the pair which is not correctly matched. So here the barley, cotton, cowpea and green peas are 4 crops, and side by that, in front of that, the varieties are given. Barley Clipper, this is right. Cotton Sujata, this is also right. Cowpea Pusa Falguni, this is also right. Here green gram, and the side of that is given Upas 120. So this is the wrong pair. Why? Because this Upas 120 is the example of varieties of pigeon pea, or we can say arhar. This is early variety of arhar. It mature about in the 120 days. So this is the variety of pigeon pea arhar, not of the green gram. So this is the wrong match. So as per this MCQ, this is the right answer. Means the wrong match is the D. Now we will discuss about the 7th MCQs. In this is asking which one of the following is the ideal temperature range for tillering stage in wheat. At the time of the tillering stage, which one is the ideal temperature? So here the 4 options are given. 10 to 15, 16 to 20, 20 to 23 and 23 to 25 degrees centigrade. So the right answer is this. 16 to 20 degrees centigrade is the ideal temperature range, and that are needed for the tilling stage. You know that when the crop reaches 2 to 3 leaf stages, after that tilling starts, and during that time wheat needs 16 to 20 degrees centigrade temperature. That is the very ideal. And suppose if it is found in the wheat growing area, so tilling will be very good. And tilling is the very desirable characters that determine the yield ability of the cultivar. So here the 8 questions, like the element which does not enter into the permanent organic combination in plant. So which one is the right answer? The question is asking which one is not entering into permanent organic combination in plant. So the right answer is potassium. You can see nitrogen is the part of the protein, so it definitely it will become the part of organic combination. Phosphorus is the part of the your all genetic material, RNA, DNA you will find there. So this is also a organic combination. Magnesium is also part of your chlorophyll, so definitely this will also become a part of the organic combination. But potassium, this is not becoming a part of your organic combination. Okay, so this is the right answer. D is the right answer. 9th MCQ is saying that the plateau with little growth rate and continuing accumulation of nutrient element in the plant can be defined as. So what you can define if the growth is little rate and it is again continuously accumulating the nutrient element in the plant. So that what you can define. Here the right answer is sufficiency range. So when your elements reach at a sufficiency range, so during that what will happen, the growth will be very little, and the curve, because whenever you apply any nutrient in the plant to a plant, so it will follow like this. Suppose if it is a deficient, then automatically it will increase, and again it will reach it at some point where the growth rate decreases when it reaches the sufficiency zone. Okay, so growth rate will be little. Okay, and what will happen, element will accumulate. So this range is actually sufficiency range. It is happens in this range. 10th MCQ is saying that the major organic cementing agent in soil aggregate formation. Which one is the major organic cementing agent? So 4 options are given, like lipid, proteins and protein derivatives, polysaccharides and organic acid. So our right answer is the C. Polysaccharide is the major organic cementing agent in soil that promote the aggregate formation. Aggregate means when your soil, these are different separate particles, when they are close to each other, they bind each other toward the particle. There would be some cementing agent, so organic cementing agent, and that agent is your polysaccharide is a major. Here is one question, this MCQ is asking tetrazoline test is used to determine for what purpose tetrazoline test we use. So the right answer we have to choose here. The first option given as seed purity, seed germination, seed viability and seed quality. So right answer would be seed viability. How you can determine the seed is viable or not means if the seed is able to germinate, it means this indicate the viability. So percentage, if you want to check the viability of means germination ability of the seed, because viability test is very important. If you are not able to determine the viability test, you cannot say that how much percentage of the germination percentage is there. So seed viability you can test by the tetrazolium test. 12 MCQ saying that how much quantities of true potato seed is required for 1 hectare planting. 1 hectare for 1 hectare planting, how much true potato seed is required? So here options are given like 100 gram, 200 gram, 300 gram, 400 gram. But the right answer is 100 gram. So we have to understand what is true potato seed. Many times we used to sow the seed as in the form of tuber. We used to plant the tuber as a seed material for the potato cultivations, but sometimes it is very costly because it will count too much amount of the tuber required for the planting 1 hectare area. But it is also possible because you know the potato is a perennial crop and it will give the flowering, and this flower after flowering seed setting will be there. So seed will form and that seed will convert into, when you will sow the seed, it will grow and again it will form the tuber. So you may go for that. So the size of the true potato seed is very small. You can see here, this is a true potato seed and only 100 gram you may use for the planting, means for the planting of the 1 hectare area. And you know the potato forms the berry, and in that berries you may find like this seed and you may collect that and you may go for the sowing, planting the potato. And true potato seed you can grow when you will go in the Simla. In that area the climate of that area favors the potato to form the seed. Now we will discuss about the 13th question. The largest producer of the morphine in India. For the morphine, which one is the largest producer? So Rajasthan is the largest producer because you know this is a bean and this is a dryland crop and this prefer to grow in the area where the moisture is the limitation. So this is the crop very much suited for the Rajasthan, and fortunately Rajasthan is the largest producer of the morphine. 14th MCQ is asking that the seed rate of for sesame is. So here the 4 answers are given, but the right answer is 3 to 4 kg is the optimum seed rate for the sesame. Now again 15 MCQs we will discuss here. The highest producer of means production of mustard in India is in the state. So here the 4 answers are given, 4 options, but the right option is the Rajasthan. Rajasthan is the leading in the mustard production. And you know the Bharatpur is the research institute where the mustard research is going on, and Rajasthan is the most favorable place for this mustard cultivation. Now 16 MCQ we will discuss here. The fruit of rapeseed and mustard is known as, how we can pronounce that. So options are given like pod, grain, siliqua and caryopsis, but the right answer is the siliqua. If we see the fruit of the siliqua, this is the fruit of mustard. Here we can see the length is higher than the width. When length is more than three times higher than width, so we pronounce it as a siliqua. And in mustard, like this, fruits are found. 17th MCQ is saying that the inherent capacity of soil to supply plant nutrient in adequate amount and suitable proportion is called. So how we can pronounce it as a, what we can say it as a fertility index, or soil fertility, or soil productivity, or none of these. Our right answer is soil fertility. Soil fertility is the inherent capacity of supply to supply the plant nutrient in adequate amount and suitable proportion. If the soil is having this like this inherent capacity, we can say that soil fertility. Here the 18th MCQ we will discuss here. Criteria of essentiality of nutrient in plant was given by, who has given the criteria of essentiality? So here the four options are given: D.J. Nicholson, Arnon Stout, and J.S. Kanwar, Rajendra Prasad. So our right answer is Arnon and Stout. So on the basis, actually they given the three criteria. On the basis of these three criteria, you can pronounce that this element is essential for plant or not. If they are following these three criteria, they are the essential. And what are that three criteria? We can see here. A plant cannot complete its life cycle without that element. Remember first, no other element can perform the function of the element. Suppose element A is deficient, so B cannot substitute it, cannot perform the function of A. And the element is directly involved in the plant nutrition. Plant nutrition means assimilation, metabolism, and becoming part of some organic constituents, so that have a direct involvement in plant nutrition. If three criteria any element is following, so you may pronounce that element is essential element for the plant. 19th MCQ is saying that potato is a, what is the, it is four options are given like modified stem, modified root, modified leaf, modified flower. So the right answer is the modified stem. What the tuber you are seeing there here, this is a tuber, and this is modified stem. Now the last MCQ we will discuss here, the 20th MCQs. He is saying that the method of irrigation employed under the surface is undulating. If suppose the surface is like this, undulated, so which one of the surface irrigation method you will follow there? So options are given like this: flood irrigation, this is wrong; sprinkler irrigation, this is right; drip irrigation you may not choose because you need to apply the drip. So undulation, it needs a lot of the energy, and sometimes energy is not proportional, so this is also wrong. And surface irrigation, this is also wrong. So one of the best appropriate sprinkler irrigation you may choose here. You can establish anywhere at a different contour the different sprinkler, so it will irrigate in the form of rain over that. So your sprinkler is the right answer. So these were all about the different MCQs we discussed here. Hope you enjoyed this and like this video. If you want to notify in the future, you want to get benefit, so you may subscribe in my channel. And how was the video, you may comment here and like the video and share it with your friends too.